that no one should have to bear. It is bad enough for a parent to have to bury a child. But in circumstances such as this, it is beyond acceptable. I want you to give yourself and your family that space and that understanding that you need in order to heal. Shawnathon would not want the rest of you to continue to carry a burden as you move forward in your lives that will make it impossible for you to equally appreciate the small and large things of life. That does not mean that you will not remember him, because you will never forget him. It does not mean that you will cease loving him, because you love people even if you don't speak to them every day. But it does mean that you have to find a space and a place to heal. And to the wider family, I say to you that if ever there was a time for you to uplift each other, but in particular the core unit, it is now. And I don't mean tomorrow, I don't mean next week, I don't mean next month. I mean for the long course, because memories have a way of staying with you and bringing back the emotions. To those of you who are his schoolmates, and to those of you who may not even be his friends at school, but because an event has happened among you that is so tragic that it is impossible for you not to grieve, that it is impossible for you not to think, there but for the grace of God goes I. I want you to recognize that you do have a role to play. And I speak to you as I speak to the community, the neighbors, as I speak to the wider Barbados. We have choices. Life is about choices. And we have to walk with our eyes open. We have to walk with our heart open. And we have to be prepared to make choices that will allow us to see good come from everything that we do. Doesn't mean you'll be perfect, but if you ever fall or stumble, you fall off a bicycle, you do what? What do? You get back up on it. And it is against that backdrop that I want you to start to remember, because John's song was truly prophetic when he wrote it, and its resonance with us was very clear just now. Guns do not walk. Guns do not talk. And let us be very clear about the power of guns. Guns have one purpose: to maim and to kill. And that is why a continent as strong and as large, the largest continent in the world, Africa, was brought to its knees by Europeans because of what? Guns and gunpowder. So it didn't matter how much more people they had. The majesty of their history didn't matter.